So Edin Ketia and Gabriel Martinelli both hitting the post. Arsenal are still getting their 3 points, top of the table still. So good times for them. Coach, big win for Mikel Arteta and his team. They limp towards the finish line, but you take it.
Very, very big win. Look, at this stage of the season, if you are an Arsenal, a Liverpool, a Man City, you should truly not worry about how you win the games. All you should be concerned about is the fact that you are winning football games. In the case of Arsenal, I think they were very steady, they were very efficient, they knew what they had to do. And tactically, they were so spot on with their off-the-ball movement. And if you look at the 2 goals they scored, it clearly replicated what Mikel Arteta as a manager is all about. Let's believe in our way of doing it. Let's pass it around. Be patient in the build-up. See, in a game of football, when you are used to possessing the ball, the only way you can further strengthen that is when there's lots of off-the-ball movement by your players who don't have the ball. What they do is they simply create more options for the one in possession of the ball. And Arsenal are proven to be that team. But look, let me highlight on the importance of Declan Rice. It is looking like the sort of a party tag of team, which a team that couldn't live without Thomas Partey.
They are transitioning out of
is beginning to live without him now. That can only go to reduce the Ghanaian impact on the setup of Arsenal. So I'm not surprised. They are actually looking at moving it on.
Yeah,
it's because
I think Partey will be gone from Arsenal 1 year tops.
Exactly. And it is because of the impact that Declan Rice has given to this team. Would I sell Partey if I'm the one in charge? I will not sell him in January. Maybe in the summer. Because what you don't want to know, now that he's injured, Declan Rice is holding the fort. Should Declan Rice get injured, Partey can come and see you to the finish line. If you can get the 2 of them fit at the business end of the season, where Arsenal now will be under pressure to keep their lead, because we saw what happened to them last season, where they led for a long time, only to fall short when it matters most. So Arsenal are proven to be that team. Again, if Mikel Arteta can go into the market and get a renowned goal scorer, I think it will make them favorite to dethrone Man City. The difference between this Arsenal team and Man City has to do with the finishing power of the 2 teams. Man City have got Alvarez, they've got Doku, they've got Erling Haaland, there's Phil Foden, who is equally contributing his fair share of goals. If you look at the Arsenal setup, the 2 strikers, how many goals have Gabriel Jesus scored all season? 1.
In the league.
In the league.
Yeah, okay.
And then if we come to Nketiah, I think 6.
Yeah.
Compare that to Haaland. Compare that to what Alvarez. Compare that to their direct competitors. I think that Arsenal, if they really do want to win the league, they should go in for an out-and-out number 9, who at least in let's say between 19 to 18 games will guarantee them at least 10 goals. If they can get a 10-goal scorer in January, look, from the confidence with which they are playing and the fact that they wouldn't want to allow what happened last season to repeat itself if they are in any form of lead, I think you need to look at them to be the team most likely to dethrone Man City. As for Liverpool, yes, but look, the quality of the Liverpool defending, we will look at their games, need a lot to desire. I think what Jurgen Klopp is struggling with is to get Liverpool to keep clean sheets, because it's becoming a norm where, again, they have to be scoring 2-3, 2-3-4 to win football games. If that is the way you want to win the league, then I'm sorry, you are not going to win the league, because there will be times where just a goal should be more than enough to get you your 3 points in your bag. So this league is taking shape and it's going to get even more interesting as we go on.
Yeah, I mean, snap thoughts on Wolves as well. We're not really sure what to expect from them. Mateus Cunha not too clinical, getting a goal on the day, but in the end, they lost the game. But would they be happy with how this game played out or not?
Oh, they would be happy, and actually, they should be happy with the way their season has gone so far in terms of performance. In terms of results, not so much, because there have been several games where they deserve to win and get all 3 points, but they end up losing those games, or at best, they end up getting a draw or 2 in there. And so for me, their performance, just like it has been for the most part of the season, it's pretty impressive, especially looking at the kind of talents that Gary O'Neill has to work with. I think their performance has been on point. It's just that their wastefulness in front of goal, particularly from a guy like Matheus Cunha, from the likes of Neto, they don't score too many goals in there, and so that has been their biggest bane. But in terms of their performance, overall commitment, overall performance, in terms of matching up against the big boys, matching up against teams in their ilk or in their realm, I think they've been a pretty good side this season. Not so much in terms of results, but in terms of performance, I think they should be good enough to be able to stay up in the league this season. But for Arsenal, getting a goal scorer in January, it will be difficult because they spent a lot of money in the past two transfer windows, and it's time to reel back or scale back on the level of expenditure. If they are going to spend, they have to let some players go. And at this point in time, Thomas Partey is a likely candidate to be sold. Emil Smith-Rowe is another one. I think they need to sell these players before they can go out there and get a competent goal scorer. Even a guy like Seru Guirassy, who is doing so well for Stuttgart in the Bundesliga, he has a discount price, £17 million. But £17 million, Arsenal needs to sell some players, at least one player before they can get
in mid-season. I'm not
exactly.
sure.
So in order to get them to let him go, you need to pay a little bit over the odds to be able to get him. That's the trade clause. If you want to trigger the trade clause, you have to pay £17 million, and a lot of teams can pay £17 million for Seru Guirassy. So you need to go a little bit over that £17 million to get past those other teams, the competing teams, to get the signature of a guy like Seru Guirassy to be able to come in and complement your goal scoring options.